because when the boat, when the boat bursts, for how long are you going to swim? Even a pregnant woman can swim. How can you swim?
And the women with the kids
with
also.
the kids, how can you survive it?
It's just to say the last prayer and
yeah, that is it. Because it's a sea. It's a deepest thing. You can't even know the process of when will you start from?
And sometimes, do they travel at night or they travel during the daytime?
Yeah, early in the morning you can.
So that before the night comes.
Yeah, before the night
they
comes.
believe that the rescue team will have come and rescue the people.
Yeah.
We would like to go for a break, and we will be right back after a short break. Stay tuned. Are you there and you have got a story to tell us? You can contact us and we are there for you. We don't care about where you come from, but we care more about giving you this platform. Welcome back. I can't imagine somebody coming all the way from Africa, having a big dream, only to die on the way. Because as our wonderful guests here have narrated to us, how the journey of crossing all the way from Africa to here, it has a lot of challenges. Some of the people, they lose their life on the way. Some, as she said, that a lot of people dies in the desert. And when they arrive in Libya, there is also another process whereby you get in another people's hands, people who have no pity, people who treat people inhuman, people who treat you like a slave, people who will just treat you the way they want. I can't imagine being sexually abused. You don't have a say. You have to do as they say you should do. I don't know whether this journey is really like a journey which someone need to put a risk on, because it is a matter of death and life. You can die while you are crossing all the way. There are many people who comes, but they don't get to find their last journey being successful. Some they die on the way, some are beaten up, some the boat will sink in the middle of the sea. Wow. I'm very, very frustrated with this kind of topic we are talking today. So, and when you arrive on the other side, when the rescue team comes and carry you people to the other side, how is the life like when you arrive in Italy?
Yeah, life is a little bit okay.
Yeah.
Because one thing, they have to take care of you. They have to answer you questions. Know how everything is going with you. You know, they give you the help you need. That's what they do.
Okay.
They have to take good care of you. The head, yeah, they are trying. They are really trying. But most importantly, you know,
you are alive and you are in a safer place.
Yeah, you are in a safer place. You know that, oh God have done something in your life that, oh, I've passed through a difficult time.
To arrive to Italy, yeah. And then because most of the people when they come from Africa to this side, they come with a big dream of how life gonna be when we arrive abroad. We are going to have to get the jobs, we will work, we will help people back at home. How is it like the first time you arrive this side and you get to realize, wow. How is it like?
It's like a dream.
Because I understand a lot of people, even the reason why somebody in Africa will leave their job. They are having a good job, they are having a good life, but they feel like everything is telling them, that abroad is a lot of milk and honey. I have to arrive there. Because when I arrive there, all my problems are finished.
Yeah, that is the biggest mistake they always make.
You know,
yeah.
What could you tell someone there who is in Africa and they have got a good life? A good life doesn't mean that you have all the riches, but you have your life. You can afford a meal, 3 meals per day. You can afford clothes. You have a shelter. You have at least a life that is comfortable,
Yeah.
what would you tell
Because
them?
what I want to really advise my people back home is
Yeah.
that, you know, you don't have to make a mistake.
Yes.
A mistake whereby tomorrow you start regretting it.
Uh-huh.
Because sometimes when you are doing well, you saw what you have,
Okay.
and you have to take this journey. Sometimes you will not make it.
You will die on the way.
You will die on the way.
Wow.
And two, when you get to this Europe, you will see that the life you are living in Nigeria is better than
the one in Europe
the one
itself.
in Europe itself. Because Europe is not something you just come and you see money on the floor. It's a process.
True.
It's a step.
Yeah.
Because you are just because when you come to Europe, you see people who are on the street, people who are sleeping on the street. They don't have roof over their head.
Yes.
You see Nigerian people who are begging, a lot of girls who are on the street. Life is
not because they want to be on the street.
Yeah, because they want to be on the street. It's because what fate, you know, what they see and what they need to pass through is a process. Some people think that, oh, when I come to Europe, there will be money, I have to get a job. You don't have to take such thing. You don't have to, because if you get to a country whereby you don't understand languages, you can't speak in a country where they don't speak English. They don't speak English. It's difficult.
Yes.
It's difficult.
You start by learning the language. Before even you get to know whether there are job offered.
You see? Because without language, how can you walk? How can you communicate?
So, and what I want to know, because we all come here with a big dream of having to have a better life when we arrive here in Europe or here in abroad. We have a very great dream that when we arrive there, everything gonna be okay. We are going to work, we are going to earn money, because as I understand, a lot of people even borrow this money from relatives, from other friends. They borrow the money, they sell property, thinking when they arrive here, life will be good and they will be able to pay back the debts. How is it like when we arrive here, my dear? How could you tell us when people they arrive here, how is the challenges? Is it the same thinking in reality? As in, how can you tell us how reality of the matter is like?
What it is that people don't think straight, because getting to Europe it's another dimension of life. It's another new direction. It's another new starting.
A process.
A process for you. Maybe when you get here, you get to a country, they don't speak English.
Wow.
Because they don't speak English. Italy doesn't speak English. And you get to other countries where they don't speak English.
Yes.
And you say, okay, I want to move from here and get to another place, and you find where you are coming from, you think that place is worse.
Better.
It's worse. And when you get here, you see that place is better.
Wow.
So it takes years for you to settle. It takes years for you to know yourself, because it's a process. People don't know that, when I get here, I will have a document. It's when they get here they will know that there's something they call document.
Wow.
Maybe when they say, just the way maybe you work visa from Nigeria to Europe, and you know that visa, when it is expired, there is something you have to get for you to go back again. That is called documents.
Yes.
And here you have to learn the language. Without the language, you can't communicate. You don't have a job. You have to stay a place where they keep for you to stay. You have to be there. They are the one to take care of you, to give you money for you to eat, and to give you money to buy what you want to buy.
Wow.
Because you don't have a job.
Yes.
And you have to wait for them. You have to take the process of getting a document, of learning the language, of looking for a job.
And about documents, people might be wondering which way is it easier to get this document? Because they might think you will go and register in office and say, I'm so and so, I come from here and here, and immediately you get the document, or you get an appointment to go and receive your document. How hard or how easy is it to get this document?
For you to get a document in Europe, you have to you have a process to go on. You have to tell your stories.
Yes.
Why did you leave Nigeria?
Yes.
What brings you here? There's when you start another new life of you. You have to tell your full life story.
Yeah.
What happens to you? What happened to you in Libya? Why did you leave so country like this? It's a process. You have to take the story until you have to wait. They decide for your case, and when they decide for you, either they give you negative or they give you positive results.
So that is through the asylum seeking process.
Yes, asylum seeking process.
Okay, that's where you are being interviewed to know how exactly did you got here in Europe.
Yes.
And what is the problem that brought you out of your country for you to join Europe?
Yes, exactly.
And in most of the cases, we get to see that they only maybe listen to the people where they know that in their country there is war, or whereby they know that there is no peace in their country.
Yes.
So they are looking for somewhere to go and look for peace.
Yes.
But most of the times you get, most of the countries in Africa, they don't have any like war or something.
Yes.
What are the reasons? Which are some of the reasons you will say that this is why I came out of?
You know, there are people who are passing through family problems.
Okay.
You know, there are people who have seen a lot of pains and they don't have this peace of mind.
Okay.
They don't. There are people who are just poor.
Yes.
And there is no finance, nothing to help you.
Yes.
You are just there.
The generation, you see your mother suffering, you see your brothers, your sisters are suffering, and you think, let me go and risk myself to go and look for a better life.
A better life, to remove your family from problem, for poverty. You know, some people think that in Nigeria or other African countries, they are living good, they have it all. They are rich and they are poor.
Of course.
You know, in Nigeria, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer.
That part you mentioned, the poor, they are getting poorer and poorer, and the rich
is getting richer.
Because our countries, most of our countries are total corrupt.
Yes.
And that's why you find that people who are in the government, people who have connections, their life is moving very smoothly.
Very fine,
But people who has no connection, people who doesn't know who, their life even to avoid a meal for the day is a big problem.
It's a big problem for them.
Yes.
And so when they suffer themselves to make a process to come to Europe, people think that when all those white people think that they'll think nothing is wrong with you, but they don't know what the person is passing through.
Yes.
And maybe when you tell them the story of you and tell them that this is what you are passing through, sometimes they don't believe you.
That is another part I want to come to.
Sometimes.
Because people here in Africa, and I want people there in Africa to listen, because most of you guys, you think that here we pluck the money from the trees, or we sweep it from the road. You know, here to get the money is not easy. And there are some people who had been given others relatives, or if you have a daughter in abroad, or people back in Africa, they are giving people pressure. And every day calling the person, they don't even want to know how you are doing. They just call you to ask for money.
Yes.
And even the fact remains that even when they receive that money, they will not call you to tell you I received the money. They will take the money and they will forget. You will hear again from them when they are coming back with a different story of seeking money from you.
Yes.
You guys, you have to understand, here life is difficult. Even for us, we don't get money from the trio. We don't, you are here, we are in the park. They grow the same reefs as in Africa. You know, we don't sweep money on the road. We have to work for it. And even to get a process for you to get a job, it's a process. It's a process, and it's a big process for you to be able to get a job so that you can work. So when someone help you with small a little money, you should appreciate, you know. And most of the times we have also a lot of stress we are facing here. So you guys, when you call us, first ask how we are doing, you know. Get to know how we are doing. We are also human beings. We are facing the process here. The process is not easy on us, because if there is anything I have faced and I have seen, it is difficult. It's living in someone's country, you know. living in abroad, you know, life is not easy. Just as my sister said, you have got to learn the language. You have got to have the standard which they want you to have before even they give you opportunity of a job. It's not easy.
Yeah.
We face a lot of discrimination. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Life is very, very tough here. So how is it like on your side, my dear, when people back in Africa, do they understand you when you tell them that you don't have money? When they ask for a favor of money, do they understand?
To me, the lack of patience. They don't want to know how you make your money. They don't want to know if you are okay or not. They will put the pressure on you. They just want you to bring them here.
Wow.
They'll put the pressure on you. I want to come to Europe. I want to make it. But when you try to explain to them, they will be
It's
thinking
not
that
easy.
they will be thinking that, oh, you don't want us to enjoy the way you are enjoying. You don't want to live the life you are living. You don't want to help one. Okay, you don't want to help this one to, you know, someone can just leave the house, the family, just the way you are, you know, so that the family can just. But they don't understand.
They don't understand the process.
Yeah. How can a woman, a mother who have traveled, maybe you have a child at home,
Yes.
and the child have not seen you for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years,
Oh, yes.
but they don't know the reason what is keeping the mother. They don't know what is keeping her here.
Yes.
Maybe they think, oh, she's living her life, she's okay.
And she forgot.
Yeah, some women, they got married to men who have documents, just to have a document so that they can go home.
It is
to
true.
see their loved ones.
Yes. And just to call it like that, you know, when getting the document, it's another very painful process, because you get to find sometimes you got yourself in another process of like getting married to someone you never had even the raffle or something
At all.
You're just there to gain the papers.
Just to get the papers.
And this person will be frustrating you. This person will not giving you an easy time.
Yeah, and some women who think that you know, they say, oh, there are single mothers everywhere.
Yes.
You know, they say a lady will just get pregnant for this one, get pregnant for this one, and have it, but they don't know what is going
What
through.
is causing
what's
this?
causing it. Sometimes, you know, a woman can just get pregnant for a man just because he wants to have the document. But what of the man doesn't stand for the woman?
It's
that
true.
one is gone.
Yes.
And he had to try another process just to get what she's looking for. And most of our brothers here, they are dying because of the frustration,
Yes.
the pain they are going through.
Yes.
Because they don't have this peace of mind. When you sleep in the night, your heart is not settled that you are sleeping, because you will be, when you hear the sound, you are up. Because you are afraid. You don't want police to come and take you away, because
Wow.
they give you negative, and you can't stay in our land. You have to leave our land. You are not capable of staying here, and you are trying to struggle to make sure you are here, and they will not give you the chance for you to stay here.
So in this, when they give you the negative, you are ready for deportation.
Yeah.
So anytime you are sleeping, you are like hiding here, there, here, there. You don't have peace.
You don't have peace.
Because
You don't have to
anytime
look
the police can come and pick you up and bring you back to Africa for deportation.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like that, because you don't have your own rights.
Yes.
Maybe when we try to say, okay, how can I live it? How can I survive it? You know, you have to, because it takes years.
And talking about our brothers, because this is something which had been a very painful process, getting the papers.
Yeah.
And you get to see most of the times our brothers get into alcohol. It's not because they want, it is because life has been so hard on them.
Yeah.
And in fact here, like beer, alcohol, it's very cheap. And that is the only thing which will keep their mind going. And when you have got the government looking for you, today you run away from here, tomorrow you run away from here to hide from being deported, because you cannot imagine passing through all this ride from Nigeria to Libya and all that, escaping the death and reaching here only to be deported back with nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
The people you borrowed money from, they are waiting for you like
you
this
to, yeah,
to go and they are waiting for their money.
Yes.
And for you to be deported empty-handed,
It's nothing. The family, some families they will say, oh, you have lived for Europe for 10 years, 6 years, 30 years. You have nothing to show. They don't know they don't know what the person is passing through.
Yes.
A man can stay here. The government can stay. You have to stay here. You will not work.
It is true.
Maybe when they see someone who is working, is vibrant, is doing well, and they give you negative, they will stop you to work.
Oh,
You don't have to work. Sometimes they say, oh, we want you to go to school. And when you go to school, you are hoping that, oh, there will be good results.
Yes.
They will have to stop you.
Yes.
So it's a process. It's a step by step.
And talking about going to school, you know, a grown-up getting to go to run a language, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have too many stress.
Yes.
You know, you are thinking, and these people in Africa, they are giving us pressure. You know, we have stress from Africa, we have stress from here, we have stress from the government. And these people are pushing you, you have to run, you have to study, and the language is entering here, coming out here.
Coming out. Mine is even worse. I can't say that because to me, I can use myself as an example. Because when I come here,
Yeah.
they say, oh, you are a young lady and you are not married.
Yes.
And we want you to go to school.
Yes.
Then I start the process of going to school. A woman like me who have passed through a lot of stress and challenges in life. And my child is there, my
Yes.
family is there, my husband is there, thinking of how to get money to make sure that, oh, my families are okay, to support
Yes.
my husband.
Yes.
Nothing is not working. There's nothing like that.
Yes.
And they have to say, oh, you have to go to school. You have to learn this language. And when you learn this language for 1 year, even 1 year, they will say, oh, okay, you have learned the language. Do you know how to speak? Maybe you say, okay, I know how to speak. They say, okay, this is what we want you to do. You have to do husbandon. And they
Yes.
don't know what is husbandon. You have to start learning a work.
Yes.
You have to learn a work for good 3 years or 4 years or 5 years.
Yes.
You stay, no working,
No working.
no money.
No money.
What they give to you, that is what you're going to use to
For
eat,
to maintain yourself
to maintain
here.
yourself, to eat, to give to your family, and your family doesn't know anything about that.
And they are giving you pressure, they want more and more.
And when you are not careful, you do this job for 5 years, where you learn this work for 5 years. If you are not even careful and they give you negative, your work you learn, everything, the study you have learned, everything, they take you back to Nigeria.
Oh my goodness.
You lost.
All the 5 good
Everything,
years or more
everything that you have built for, you lost it.
than- Yes.
There's nothing to show for it. Because they don't know what you are passing through. They don't know. Maybe they think that, okay, there is job. Okay, maybe you are working and you are trying to build, you are trying to save.
Yes.
And you are saving,
Yeah.
trying to make sure that everything is okay.
Yes.
Maybe when you are working, they say, okay, we don't want you to work anymore. Stop.
It is true.
And you don't have to say, nobody's going to give you a job because it's written on your
on your papers, on your documents.
Yeah, on your document. You
That
can't
you're not
work
allowed to
because
work.
The permits they give to you, sometimes if you are lucky, they give you 1 month, 6 months, 8 months.
Yes.
Yeah, for you just to walk around. And where you are walking around, you have to stay this country. You can't use it to travel to other places. There is no permit for you to move to another place. You are just in one stock of one place. You have to stay there. And even when they give you this document, you have to walk. You have to stay. This is the time you will use the document to travel back home. You can't just have the document and say, oh, I want to get a passport and start traveling home. No. It's not done that way. There is other process for you to wait. For these are the year you can use it to travel.
Yeah.
It's not just easy for you to just go like that. So it's a process.
It's a long process.
Europe is a process.
Yes.
Everything about Europe is patient.
Okay.
When you don't have the patience, you don't have the encouragement, the frustration, the pain they are giving you can just kill yourself. Somebody can just sleep and not wake up. Somebody can just commit suicide.
So, my dear friend, what would you tell someone who is there in Africa, who is not sleeping? Day comes every day. They are having stress on how to arrive to Europe or how to come to Europe. And mind you, they have a good life there. how would you tell them? Which advice would you have for them?
My advice for my sisters at home and my brothers at home, what I wanted to do is that they should just have to be patient. If you are learning a job, just concentrate on the job that you are learning. And if you are working, make use of the money very well.
Yes.
You don't have to suffer yourself to come to another country to suffer yourself. Sometimes you favor you, sometimes you lose. Life is like a journey. It's like a game. Either you win or you lose.
Yes.
Maybe it may be good for this person, it may not be good for the person. But to me, I cannot allow my brother or sister to pass through this process that I passed through in life.
Because it's a journey of life or death.
Yeah, of life or death. If you have your money, you can work your visa, you can come to Europe if you want to. Maybe when you are okay, you are buoyant enough to do what you want to do. Maybe for a business trip or for you just want to enjoy. Yeah, that is it.
Okay.
But for you coming to a country where there is not English, your mother, your father, your family is not there, you are on your own. It's difficult.
So it's not worth it to live the
to
life
risk your
of
life.
a freedom life, because that's how I can call it.
Yeah.
Because in your country, nobody who will stop you and tell you, show me your document.
Yeah.
You know, how are you staying here?
Yeah.
So in your country, you are free to speak the language and people will understand you.
Understand you.
In your country, there is nobody who will stop you to ask you, give me the document.
Yes, nobody.
So, but when you arrive here, things are not that
It's
easy.
not that easy. It is not easy.
Yeah.
You don't have the freedom.
Okay.
Me, I am not free.
Yeah.
I don't have the freedom here in Europe. Yeah, because I'm living under government.
Yes.
Whatever they decide for me today is my fate.
Yeah.
And in Africa, I'm free to do whatever I want to do.
Like
go to anywhere I want to go to. Live the kind of life I want to live.
Yes.
Sleep comfortably. Nobody's going to tell you that. Leave my country. Because this is your country.
Yes.
And this country that I'm living at is not my country.
Yes.
Here is no man's land. It is no man's land. You are on your own. On your own. When you are okay, give thanks to God. But if it is not, you have to face what is life.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, my dear friends out there, you have heard it yourself. It's for you to decide whether Liri abroad is the land of milk and honey, as you have heard it from somebody who have passed through the experience. These are not the stories you hear or you read. This is the story coming directly from the host, somebody who has gone through this kind of experience. And she is talking not through hearing, she is talking through experience. So it is up to you out there to make the right decision for you. Of course, you have got to make your decision. You can say, yeah, I'm going to risk my life. It is all depending on you. Thank you very, very, very much for getting time to come and speak to us and for taking us throughout your journey. We are so grateful. We appreciate you. We say a big thank you, because through your story, somebody outside there will get to learn something, or you have inspired somebody outside there, somebody who doesn't know how the journey is like, crossing all the way from Africa to Europe with boat, have gotten to know how the journey is like, or what they expect on the way. So I thank you so much for finding the time to come and talk to us. May God bless you and stay safe.
Thank you.
Reporting for the Voice of the People Abroad, my name is Chantel Juarez. Kindly remember to subscribe to our channel and also show us some love for leaving a comment down there. And also, if you have any advice for us, you can write down in the comment section. Give us a like and leave the notification bell on so that you can be notified when we are uploading the new video. Thank you and may God bless you.